everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, LEGO's just announced the brand new 2026 Summer Wave sets for Ninjago, so let's have a look at them. So first up is set 71862 Lloyd's Dragon Mech Battle Pack, which will be retail for $8.99 and release on June 1st. I'm super excited for this as well because it's just like the Kai one that released earlier this year, and it's great to have sets like that, really cheap sets which are great for getting the characters and really don't break the bank, and they're great for younger audiences. But it also has 81 pieces as well, I forgot to mention. Okay, so here's another look. You can see it is built slightly different, but it does have the same wings, and there's a look at the box art. I'm super excited for these. These are going to be like the Dragon Claws from the new series, new season. And obviously they didn't have them in the January ones, so it's pretty nice to be able to get these, and it does look like they're going in a different direction and they're not actually changing the suits, which they have done for the past like 3 seasons, so it'll be interesting to see them keep going with the same suits. Here's another look. We can see Lloyd's getting out, and he's going to be just like Kai without the wings but with the mask. And there is another way to get another loyalist, which is great for army building. And here's a look at the back of the box. We can get another look. Obviously them two are fighting. There's Lloyd again, and it looks like a new cockpit piece, or at least like different from the Kai one, which looks interesting. And it does feel a lot bulkier as well. Like, that was one of my complaints on the other ones, but the arms do feel a lot bulkier, and they still have claws and a way to hold things, which is just a lot better. Next up is set 71865 Zane's Ice Dragon Battle, which will retail for $34.99 and have 141 pieces. In case you couldn't tell, this is most definitely a 4+ set. It's super overpriced and looks terrible, quite frankly. It's a lot better than some of the other ones we've got. Like, the dragon is kind of cool to see, but that snake looks horrible. Yeah, and here's another look. It looks like we're getting new acid monsters, at least, with like the feet instead of the tail, which will be nice to get. We've got a similar Zane to Lloyd in the previous set, and then an unmasked Sora, and another look at the box art. And to be honest, the dragon doesn't look all too bad. It looks like that's going to be a new colour for the wing piece, which would be nice to get. Here's a closer look at the minifigures. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same print on the legs as is on the tail, so there's not much difference, which is preferable. I think Zane's just the same suit he's got, and same for Sora. Here's a look at the characters fighting, and for some reason the snake has the dragon claws. I don't know if that'll have any implications to the story, but it'll be interesting to see if they do. Here's another look at the set. We can see the snake is just stood up at the neck, which looks a bit goofy, and then the dragon has no hands, just the wings. To be honest, the dragon's not the worst 4+ build we've ever saw. It is pretty decent, but that snake looks terrible, man. Here's a look at the back of the box, where we can see all the 4+ stuff it usually shows, a little bit of the building, the weapons, the characters, and all of the builds. Here we have Zilvar and Grimtak, the Dragon Beast, which will retail for $17.99 and have 232 pieces. Honestly, this looks great for the price, like £18 for 3 figures and a really decent looking build. Like, I'm excited for this. Here's another look. We can see Kai in his dragon form, as well as the box art there, and Mia in her like depowered dragon form or whatever it is. This looks really cool, this dragon. It's like a mammoth with like the tusks there, and then it's like all bony and rocky. I wonder if it's like some sort of elemental dragon or just some weird like snow one, because it does seem to be set in like the snow area. And then we have this new character, Zilvar, which looks like the same species as Raz, and they have like this weird thing around their waist which looks like it'll hold a sword, which would be really useful, and that's just such a cool piece. Here's another look. We can see Kai, Nia, and then that new character, which I'm super excited for. They look really cool. I wonder if it's like someone of Raz's species that like adapted to the snow biome. And we can have another look at that like hilt looking thing there. That looks super cool. Here's another look. It definitely looks really top heavy. Like, the back legs are shorter. It's got this really stubby like mace tail. Like, I'm pretty sure the guy's weapon is bigger than the tail. And then these like big front legs, which look really awkward to like put down unless it's like in a fist shape. But I'll probably be getting this. This looks really good, especially for the price. Then here's another look. You can see he's got that sword to put in there. and then the two of them are fighting, and Kai's again got those claws. Here's a look at the back of the box, basically just showing them fighting, and the dragon's in the same position. The claws are definitely cool. I wish they would have made them like colour coordinated, but obviously that probably would have cost too much. And I'd rather, to be honest, I'd rather get them slightly less accurate and be fully gold and be able to get them in a lot more sets than if they were for each ninja. I think it's pretty a decent idea what they've done. It's sort of like a middle ground. Next up, we have set 71864 Kai and Cole's Combiner Vehicles. They will retail for $24.99 and contain 394 pieces, so again, a decent price for what you're getting. Here's a look, it shows you the box, and I wonder how the Combiner Vehicles, because they just kind of look like regular vehicles. It doesn't look like there's anywhere to attach them together. Looks like Kai's got some weird sort of grills with these like side blades or whatever. His looks like a lot like a buggy with like this turret on the back, and then Cole's looks like it might attach at the back there in some way. And it's a bike. It's very similar to the one from Lloyd's one from Prime Empire, I think. And then we've got this little dude. I'm pretty sure this type of whatever he is was shown in the new season. Just obviously, I don't think the ice one was shown, but this little guy looks super cool. I don't know why they weren't in the original wave, but I'd probably get this just for him. He looks really goofy. But this is also another way to get those like depowered dragon forms of Kai and Cole, which is very nice. Again, here's another closer look. We've already saw these guys, and then there's this dude. He's got that pendant, so that pendant's got to be somewhat important. It wasn't shown in the show, I think, but if all the guys have it, I think it's important. And then he has those like midi legs, or whatever they're called, like between the mini legs and the normal ones, which can move, which is pretty good to get. Here's a closer look at the figures, and you can see that the mould does go down just a bit and makes its sort of tail, which looks a bit funny. And then he's got like this big icy hammer. Oh, okay, so I feel like that's a bit stupid for a like combiner. So it seems like they swap rather than combine, which would have been, you know, a bit more straightforward. But to be honest, I don't think they'd look too bad. Does it show? No, I don't think it actually shows what they look like swapped. Oh, there's a look at one there, it's sort of like a trike, and then this one would be like sort of the inverse. I feel like they'd look kind of goofy, but honestly, for the play feature, it's pretty good. And just getting two vehicles for that price doesn't seem too bad. And then here's a look at the back of the box, showing again that play feature. And then another look at the two sets. It looks like they built a sort of mini engine there, which is pretty cool. I love when they do little details like that. Here we have set 71868 Wyldfyre's Transforming Dragon Mech, which will retail for $79.99 and have 821 pieces. So obviously not as great part per piece wise, but obviously it still looks amazing. Let's get a closer look at this. So yeah, you can see the box art there. It looks like there's some sort of feature where it's 2-in-1. But this looks awesome for a dragon. I mean, it's got bendable arms. A lot of them haven't had that recently, so that's awesome to get. It looks like some sort of robo-dragon. Like the wings look all mechanical. You can see the tail coming out there, and the legs look all robo as well, like similar to the larger Titan mechs that we've got recently. The tail does look like it's coming out a lot higher as well, which is weird. But that dragon head looks super cool. And like, it's nice that they're using the sand green colours in this like robo dragon thing. And it's cool to see the Empress's new mech. It looks a lot smaller than the original one, which is a bit unfortunate. I feel like they could have balanced it a lot better by just making it similar to the original set she came in. But I feel obviously that would have probably been a bit too similar to the original. She does come with that staff thing, I can never remember its name. In like the grown version, which is nice to see. It looks super cool. Oh, again, there's that little icy dude. There's the Empress again, which does look like we're going to get a new version of her. With these three we've already seen, and then Wyldfyre, who looks like she's getting a new suit, finally. Yeah, let's have a close look. Yeah, here's a close look at the figures. Obviously these we saw. The Empress is new. Very nice torso and legs. The hairpiece is the same, and then she's got like that robo eye over, which looks pretty cool. And then Wyldfyre, who's got her little that little guy symbol from the back, that's now on the front in the centre. But finally we've got a smiling face for her. Literally every figure she's had has been the same angry face. So it's nice to finally get a smiling one. I'm pretty sure I did mention once that it'd be nice to get it. But she also has another one of that sword holder, which is a really cool piece. Hopefully more people have it than just these two. Okay, so here's a look. You can see the robot's transformed, and it looks kind of goofy. It looks really weird. Like, the dragon head's folded down and makes like the torso area giant, and then like everything else looks disproportionate. I don't know if it's just like my opinion on it. So here's another look at the dragon. It looks like the wings stay folded down in the robot form, and that'll be 25 centimeters or 10 inches tall, which I think's a decent bit smaller than the Titan mechs, but obviously it's not supposed to be one. Then we have the dragon mode, which is 38 centimeters or 15 inches long. This area looks kind of weak though. It looks like it's held on by 2 Technic studs, which hopefully it's a bit better than that. I do quite like this, but something feels off about the back legs. Oh, and it looks like the sword in her robo form is actually the tail here. That's quite cool to do. Here's another look. We can see the bit in the back where she's supposed to go, which is nice to see. And oh, I've just noticed the wings actually have flames coming off. That's so awesome. That looks amazing. I might get this on day one, but I will definitely be getting it at some point. I have no clue what's going on here. This looks so stupid. It looks like it's sort of broken midway through transformation. I have no clue what's going on with these. That looks really goofy. Here's a look at the back of the box. You can see the 2 dimensions, as well as the art. Again, it's in the snowy biome, so I assume that's where it's going to be set. Oh, I think that's what's showing that you don't have to rebuild it or anything. It's like Lloyd's jet mech from last year. It can just transform as is. I love when they do stuff like that. Hopefully it looks a bit better in person compared to the photos. But I am super hyped for this. That's an awesome thing that they're doing. Okay, here we have set 71869, the Land Bounty, retailing for $119.99 and having 1,214 pieces. So this is super cool. With the fact that they're in a snowy biome and they're redoing the Land Bounty, I think they might be going to the Nether Realm, especially with like all of this like stuff they've had, like different realms, which would be awesome to see. Imagine if Akita's back or something. We got another one of these rocky guys in like a lava form or whatever. Then we've got Jay, Zane, looks like we've got Nia back there, and then Lloyd in his dragon form again, which is nice to get. It's really cool that they've redone the Land Bounty. A lot of people hated the original. I was quite a fan of it. I thought it was pretty nice. I feel like I definitely prefer the original. This one looks super like top heavy. Like the bottom looks really undetailed, and then the top looks pretty good. You'll have to wait and see to get it in hand. But again, it's really cool that they're remaking this, especially around the time that they redid the Titan mech from that season in the Legacy. Here's another look. We can see it's a very square box. I've not saw one like that very often. But it does look like it's a 3-in-1 in some way, so it's probably got something similar to the original where like this top can come off as a jet, because it does look like it's got some jets back there. Here's another look at the minifig lineup. Probably the most ninja figures we've had in a set yet, especially the original ones. I have no clue why they've given Jay his rogue half mask. It really doesn't work with the rest of his suits. But it is nice to see him again like that. Yeah, so I was right. Here we can see we have the top jet, which does look like there's not much up top, but then there's like a lot of detail around here, and the boosters can come out like the original, which is nice. This looks like there's some sort of cannon up top, as well as like a way to get inside where Jay is. Here's another look. Yeah, it looks like there's a buggy, a jet, and a bike, which is similar to the one from the treehouse earlier this year. Yeah, you can see it shows like some sort of picture inside the cockpit. It looks like there may be some sort of play feature with this little knob here, or maybe that's just to turn the wheels. It does definitely look as though the wheels on this will turn to the sides, but that is super cool. I'll probably wait for a sale because 120 quid is a lot. But it does look pretty good, especially when it's combined. It looks, obviously not, I prefer the original, but I still think this looks super nice. Here we have the final Legacy set 71867, the X1 Ninja Charger. It'll retail for $69.99 and have 691 pieces. So already not very good price per piece. It's a pretty poor one, so I'll probably wait for a sale for this. yeah, I think I'll definitely wait for a decent sale for this. This will probably go on sale quick, because I doubt people will buy it. It looks like, I'm hoping that's not just the same Kai we've had for the other sets. We have this Ninjago, just a pretty plain one. And then we have, I think it's Dusk, the final Elemental Master, which will be nice to get. But I mean, why are they doing this? Like, they had so many options to remake sets, and they were doing so good with all the others. And then they come out with this, a remake of a set. And not only that, it's the most inaccurate one. So unless this somehow shows up in the show, which already would make it pretty annoying because it wouldn't be Legacy then, it just doesn't seem too great of a set. You can see here another look, we can see doing the bike thing, and it does look like he's just got the ZX suits. This is gonna suck, this set. Like, the original was so awesome, I love the original, and the Legacy was really nice as well, but then it's so overpriced, and the minifigures are bad. Here's a look at the dimensions. It's 25 by 12 or 9.5 by 5, so obviously it's around the similar size as the Legacy one. Here we have another look at Dusk, who looks like she has two faces, which will be nice, and then the details are awesome as well. It does look like she just has swords instead of a Okay, I've just looked, and apparently that is supposed to be Cryptor. I mean, come on, this just looks like a regular Ninjago. Here we have set 71871, Battle of the Dragon's Blade, which will retail for $79.99 and have 1,016 pieces. So again, really good pricing for Legends. I love how well priced they are, and it looks really good for the price. Here's another look. It looks like we've got two new fire and water ninjas, as well as like some sort of ice ninja maybe. The skull looks super cool, and I am quite interested in seeing who this sword belongs to, because it's got to be some sort of like big robot. Then we've got like this mech for this Oni looking dude, and then like this green dragon, which looks like a smaller version of the one from last year's Legends. So maybe it's like related to it in some way. Here we can see the box, and they always nail these box arts, man. They look so cool. It looks like you can actually swap them about on the display, which is nice. And it looks like their names are Jin, Myra, and Master Ivo, as well as an Oni warrior, which quite interesting to get new characters. Here's a closer look at them. They do seem to have similar robes. This guy looks like he's got fiery arm printing, which is really nice to get arm printing. And his mask's quite similar to Aaron's, which would be cool to see. Not tons of pictures for it, to be honest. We can see the back. It looks like there's some sort of poster, like with the Fire Mech from last year, which was so cool. And we can get another look, and honestly, it's awesome. I mean, it looks like there's some sort of tree growing out and some moss. And then another display stand. I have no clue how all of this is going to balance on that little stand. But it looks cool. The dragon looks really nice, and the mech looks good. So I'll probably be picking this up like really early, because it's super good and well priced. Here we have set 71870, the Twin Titan mechs, which will retail for $129.99 and have 1,707 pieces. So you can see here the two mechs, they look awesome. We've never had a set like this where there's like two Titan mechs in it. It looks super cool. This one looks a lot bulkier than the other. This one actually looks like Jay's Titan mech. It looks like this one's got some sort of arm blades with some sort of like dragon face there, which is super cool, and then like this gun on the back of its head, which is so cool. Then this other one has like this spear, and then like these booster jets on the back. Here's a look at the box art, and it does actually look like we're getting Kai and Nia for these, which is different. Yeah, it's definitely Kai and Nia. You can see they've got the storm masks, new ones by the looks of it, with full colours. And then these two matching suits, obviously one's red, one's blue, but they are matching. They look sort of like Jaeger suits, which is pretty interesting. Oh, okay, so it looks like you can mix and match the parts, which is pretty interesting. And not only that, oh, actually it looks like it comes with, do these come with it as well? Because it only shows them two. It does look like they have the same suits, so maybe you swap them. But yeah, it looks like it comes with a stand to put them on, like when they have those jet booster things, so that's really cool for them to do. Oh, okay, yeah. So it does look like they can swap, yeah. It looks like they have different heads for the other ones to swap the Kai and Nia. Okay, here's a look at the back of the box. These look so cool. Honestly, it is quite expensive, but I feel like it's definitely worth it. They look super cool. It looks like it comes with another poster again. Honestly, this looks like a really good set. I might have to get it pretty early. This one I'm super hyped. This is one of the ones I'm most hyped for, to be honest. These look so cool. Finally, we have set 71872 Ultra Dragon Battle, which will retail for $179.99 and have 2,178 pieces. So again, obviously expensive, but really great price per piece ratio. And this looks awesome. It looks like this is the Great Devourer, which looks amazing, and then like some sort of weird version of the Ultra Dragon. Here it looks like bipedal, and I don't know what it is. I mean, Thunderfang was bipedal as well, but this one looks more like a robot with the heads attached. It just looks super weird. We have those two guys again, as well as another Oni guy, but a new like Black Master, sort of, like similar to Cole maybe. The dragon looks really nice. It's definitely not my favourite, but I still think it looks super cool. Yeah, again, here's another look. It looks like it comes with another poster, and they nail these box arts all the time, man. These look so cool. Here's another look, that Devourer looks so stupid there. It looks like those bits coming off make it look sort of like a rattlesnake, I think. That looks so stupid from this angle. The dragon looks pretty cool. I feel like the dragon does look pretty cool. I wish they'd have implemented like the elements a bit more into it rather than just the heads. Here's some more looks at it. It looks pretty good. Like, being able to move it about is a good part of it. Then there's another look at this dude. He looks like he's got some sort of club, and then it looks like two of them have that waist sword bit. But these look different. I think these are actually a darker colour compared to the darker, like these look like black, whereas the other ones were dark red. Here's a look at the back of the box. Oh, it does actually show it's 40 centimeters tall. Yeah, honestly, it looks pretty. Being able to take it off is pretty nice, and it does look really cool, I think, to be honest. I can't get over how goofy the Devourer looks from this angle. But, to be honest, I mean, I feel like I'll wait for a sale maybe, just because it is a lot of money. But I still think it's really cool. To be honest, it's a really good set. I feel like it's definitely a lot different from any other set we've ever saw. It just seems kind of random, especially throwing the Devourer in there. Like, are these some sort of like previous masters or something? Hopefully we'll get to see. But that's all for the sets that have been announced. Let me know which ones you want to see me review first, and if you're looking forward to those reviews. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me do more videos like the reviews, and it supports the channel, and gets us closer to the 200 subscriber goal by the end of the year, so don't forget to do that. That's all for now, so thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!